8 things women do that push men away. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, welcome and consider subscribing to my channel and click that little bell notification below. You see a guy and your gaze is locked. Your heart skips a beat. You two smile at each other. You go out and enjoy yourself. You decide to go on another date. After a few more encounters, you start believing this could be the beginning of something great, something genuine. But suddenly, he vanishes. Then everything flips upside down. You may wonder whether you've done something wrong intentionally or unintentionally. You may be thinking so hard to find why. Is it him or is it just you? We men, unlike you, are simple. So many aspects of a woman's attitude, character, and behavior could send us away. Dear ladies, shall we walk through some of your doings that push men away? If you have these traits, you know why he is not replying to you anymore. Number 1. Trying to change him. We all want our relationships to be successful. Sometimes we even obsess over it and put our hearts on the line. Since we have good intentions, it would seem that we should experience success. But this isn't always the case. Compatibility implies that each person likes the other one for who they truly are, for who they are when they are completely genuine. It's not as simple as saying, just like him for who he is. You must genuinely like him for who he is. If you don't, it could be communicated unconsciously through your actions and reactions. So when a woman judges or shames a man for his actions and tries to persuade him to change, he gets pushed away from her, especially if he was being truthful. Trying to change someone is not a remedy. Obviously, if he does something that bothers you, you should tell him and explain why. There's nothing wrong with suggesting someone be their best or assisting them in seeing other options. But no man wants someone to tell him what to do or what he's doing wrong. Acting like a mother makes him feel insignificant. Trying to change another person never works because people are who they are. You'll only push him farther and farther away from you if you attempt to change him. Remember, if you have to nag or criticize them for not meeting your expectations, maybe you're with the wrong person. Number 2. Expecting him to read your mind. If you want us to understand you just by a single word or a face you make, then you are highly misguided. Because we are just men, not psychics. Many women expect their partners to always know what they're thinking without saying anything. However, awaiting him to read your mind and magically know what's wrong will only cause him to detach and push you away. This is how demanding this behavior can be. It's much easier to be straightforward and honest. Simply telling him what's bothering you is refreshing, showing that you're more concerned with resolving the issue than punishing him for upsetting you. Making him guess achieves nothing and only frustrates him. Number 3. Not giving enough space. You can't blame a guy who needs some alone time. To some extent, you're probably the same way. Yes, many men want more space, as having a lot of space is part of a man's natural stress reduction process. They need enough alone time to process and work through their problems. However, the vast majority of them are not. They simply do not want to feel confined. Would even you be okay to see the same face and do the same thing 24/7? So most guys enjoy some alone time or time to hang out with their pals. It's stressful for a guy when his partner believes he's being selfish or making up an excuse to cheat only because he asked for some space. Number 4. Becoming a drama queen. I believe we've all seen our fair share of drama queens and drama kings. While they may be entertaining to watch in action from time to time, it's an entirely different story if you're dating that person. There are plenty of women who enjoy starting drama with their men whenever or wherever they can. This includes having no qualms about showing up unannounced at his workplace and causing a commotion or public meltdown. Men hate drama and dislike complicated things. They prefer simplicity. It's tempting to believe that you have to make a man chase after you to catch him and keep him interested. That's because the best way to hold a man's attention isn't to make him jump through hoops or create drama between you guys. Guys despise drama because it actively turns them off and makes them want to disconnect. So avoid drama and games when you're dating someone new. It's a mistake that will drive them away. Number 5. Living in the past. Things that turn men off don't always have to be concerning him. If you repeatedly bring up your ex-partners or aspects of your previous relationships, you may drive a man away. Exes or previous relationships may appear unknowingly, but remember to avoid sharing personal information. Leave your previous relationships in the past, or don't bring them up with your current significant other. That is why you have friends. It's not good for his self-esteem if you compare him to your ex, especially if it expresses how much you miss certain aspects of previous relationships. This can give the impression that you're stuck in the past and aren't ready or interested in moving on. So why would they want to take a risk? Number 6. Being unreasonably jealous. Commitment and serious relationships occur when two people enjoy quality time with each other. They'll then realize they'd rather spend time with one another than with any potential partner. Leave him alone if he's out with his friends. If you're causing drama among his friends, he will not be around for long. It's natural to be a little envious of your man's close female friends, but opposing to popular belief, men and women can have platonic relationships. However, if you're constantly wondering if there's more to his female friendship, it'll be clear that you don't trust him. Don't keep checking social media to see what's going on. Interfering with your partner's life and preventing him from doing what he enjoys will cause him to leave, and rightfully so. And this should be the same for you. No relationship is worth sacrificing the things most important to you. Number 7. Overanalyzing. A man can usually say and do something without that much thought. On the other hand, women can spend hours debating the subtleties of what a man said or did. When you don't know how a man feels about you and you're really into him, it's tempting to look for clues or hints in almost everything he says and does. This habit will break every aspect of communication. It's understandable how difficult it is not to overthink things when dating because you never know where a man stands, especially when some of them aren't good at expressing their feelings and emotions. Obsessing over them will not bring you any closer to the solution. You'll end up confronting him with your hasty conclusion, becoming enraged, and driving him to the nearest exit. The problem is that overanalyzing creates a dynamic between you that makes him uncomfortable and want to ghost you. It's unpleasant to be with someone who interprets everything you say. It makes you feel as if you're walking on eggshells, fearful that one wrong move or word will disappoint the person you're with and ruin the mood. So if you overthink what he says and does, you will sabotage your chances with him. Number 8. Being too needy. When people talk about neediness, they usually refer to behaviors such as calling too frequently, being too available, becoming jealous, and demanding all their time and attention. Neediness, on the other hand, extends beyond behavior. It's a mindset, and specific behaviors can emerge from that mindset. Constantly needing assurance that he still cares, starting to panic if he doesn't call or text back right away, becoming envious if he spends time with somebody, making him the center of your world, obsessing over him, and fearing he'll leave you are some of those toxic behaviors. Neediness usually comes from an internal emptiness we believe someone else can fill. We may feel that someone else can provide us with the emotional support we can't provide for ourselves. The problem is, those things cannot be given to us by anyone else. They must come from within. Relationships are delicate affairs. It makes perfect sense to rely on your partner for emotional needs because you're both there to help each other. However, relying too heavily on your partner is not a good idea. Making him the center of your emotional life and relying on him emotionally is enough to drive him away. Remember, if you're new here, welcome, and consider subscribing to my channel and click that little bell notification below. Thanks for watching.